Once upon a time, there was a lone cowboy who set out to get revenge. Like a bloodhound, he scoured out the west, determined to find the man who robbed him, come hell or high water. And while this cowboy was just a little guy, he'd end up making some big choices on his journey that changed his story in downright mystifying ways. Setting off across the dusty west, he knew that if he played his cards right, one day he'd find that varmint and give him exactly what he had coming to. A familiar face. I never thought I'd see you again. At a crossing in the road, a lone gunman riding a black horse meets your gaze. He speaks through a cigarette hanging from his mouth. Morning! Wait, you know him. When you were 6, he wooed your mom, killed your dad, and kicked your dog. He asks, do I know you? Show him something to remind him who you are. You gesture to your horse. Remember her? He turns to face you, but doesn't look scared. I remember that horse. You need a younger horse to catch me. Get a new ride, and maybe you'll get your revenge. As he rides off, your shaking fist slowly unclench. Next time. Haunting. It's late, but you can't quite get to sleep. You're visited in the night by a visage of your parents and your dog. They're silent, but you can feel their pride and support in your quest for revenge. They reach out, and you can feel they want to help. What will you upgrade? As you hand them your lasso, everything goes white and you wake up. You're sad to leave the dream, but as you prep to get back on the road, you notice your lasso is turned into a long lasso. Friendly poker game. Doesn't. As you show your hand, the dude across the table springs out of his chair and points his finger at you. This good-for-nothing skunk has the same cards as me. Thinking quickly, you grab your... You throw your bottle at the accuser and a fight breaks out. Ooh. Traveling salesman. His wagon is open and displaying a variety of Western wares for sale. Something catches your eye. You walk over to the salesman and hope to make a trade. What will you offer? You rope yourself something with your long lasso so you don't have to pay. That's what we call a cowboy coupon. Busy saloon. Looks like a... As soon as you saunter in, the place immediately goes silent. The bartender looks you square in the eyes. We don't just let anyone in here. You go to prove your grit and reach for your
Play it tough and shoot a random patron with your cute gun. Turns out he was a wanted man. Nice job. Traveling salesman. His wagon is open and displaying a variety of Western wares for sale. Something catches your eye. You walk over to the salesman and hope to make a trade. What will you offer? You rope yourself something with your long lasso so you don't have to pay. That's what we call a cowboy coupon. Shooting contest. Some sharpshooters gathered around an old fence post is a group of sharpshooters twirling their guns and stroking their chins. You step forward and they eye you down real good. You attempt to show off your skills with your... Perform 2 trick shots simultaneously with your double guns. One of them is very impressed. If you ever need work, come see me. Treasure. What could this be? While trudging through an especially sandy stretch of desert, you damn near break your foot on something hard and wooden. Must be something buried here. As you sift through the sand, you uncover an old chest embossed with gold. Let's see what's inside. Ooh! Friendly poker game. Doesn't... As you show your hand, the dude across the table springs out of his chair and points his finger at you. This good-for-nothing skunk has the same cards as me. Thinking quickly, you grab your... You kill the accuser with your double guns. It turns out they were actually talking about the person next to you. Oh well, that's the West, I guess. Wagon in danger. They could use some help. Tracing the top edge of a mesa, you come across a covered wagon teetering over the cliff's edge. There's a handful of people trapped inside. You can hear the wood stretching and creaking. There's only time to save one person before the wagon tumbles into the canyon. Who do you save? You barely manage to grab baby before the wagon falls over the cliff. In the process, your finger gets caught in a wagon wheel and gets ripped off. Ooh. Oasis, a little slice of... After a long trek through the desert, you stumble onto a pool of clear blue water surrounded by shrubs. There's little critters around, too. You wander toward the edge to find a place to sit. You aren't very careful and disturb a rattlesnake that was sunning on the rocks. It moves to bite your hand as you reach for your... You reflexively pull out your cute gun and shoot at it, killing it just as fast. Cathartic confession. You wake up in a decaying chapel. The roof is falling apart and the pews are all rotten. The confession booth is the only thing in pristine shape. Something calls you towards it. A priest welcomes you. Have a seat and confess. Let me take your struggles and break them apart. You recall the long list of ways you've mistreated your baby. The priest laughs an inappropriate amount as you speak. You think of your favorite parts of your baby. A stranger in town. The stranger starts rambling about different nearby happenings. Which story are you interested in hearing about? Supposedly, there's gonna be a nasty party soon. A second chance. Don't waste it. Toward the end of a long day's trek through the desert, you stop on the side of the road for a bathroom break. Partway through, you turn around and notice the gunman passing you on their horse. You stop with a shudder and try to steel yourself. He hasn't seen you, and you can't waste another chance at getting your revenge. Take a moment and plan your move. How will you kill the gunman? Classic. Safe. You slowly sneak over to the gunman's camp to get a better shot. Everything's going well, but then you step on a twig and his horse whinnies in your direction. He yells, "Who's out there?" Your hands shake, but you point your gun toward him anyway. Bang! 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 The gunman screams from a landed shot, then dives behind his horse as you keep firing. Just as you ran out of bullets, you hear him swear and run off into the night. You wipe the sweat from your brow and curse under your breath. Too bad about the horse.
Busy saloon. Looks like as soon as you saunter in, the place immediately goes silent. The bartender looks you square in the eyes. "We don't just let anyone in here." You go to prove your grit and reach for your... You start telling everyone about your cowboy lifestyle. They let you in and offer you some complimentary cowboy gear once they hear about your...
Nasty party.
All aboard! As you make your way through the train stop, an older cowboy meets your gaze and waves you over. He tells you he's had enough of this hooting and hollering cowboy life and that he's hanging up his hat and boots for good. The last straw was when my shooting finger got shot clean off in my last duel. But that one gone too. I can't even shoot lefty no more. He's getting rid of all of his old cowboy things for some sense of closure and offers you a choice between his favorite things. His train is getting ready to leave, so choose quickly. They hand you their
Double guns.
reluctantly. "Do me a favor and keep this in your holster, kid. I don't want anybody else dying because of this."
Oasis. After a long, you take a drink from the pool and feel refreshed. You're hanging in town. A criminal. Seeing someone executed was a pretty tough sight. It's a good thing you could share this moment with your dead body. A stranger in town. A stranger. Supposedly, there's fortune teller. A shrouded figure. You're feeling generous, so you share your money with your dead body. A stranger notices the philanthropic gesture and invites you to meet a local politician with a proposition to make. Traveling salesman. Lots of it. His wagon is open. You pull out your...
Ouch.
Campfire. A seemingly nice warm campfire. Your legs are achy after a figure rushes at you from the dark.
Ooh. Ow, 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 ow.
You died, partner.